Yeah.
Kirby, yeah. You see, I'm not exactly sure as to why I like Kirby as much as I do. Could it be because I find the games fun to breeze through? Could it be nostalgia? Yeah, that's probably it. The franchise has always meant a lot to me, but over the years I felt the quality of the game sorta decline. Nothing about them really felt new or innovative. It's like they were all made in the level editor. Just the same boring shit over and over and over. No innovation, nothing. I was starting to lose hope that they even cared about this little dude. Was Kirby just a filler franchise? Yes. Well, Kirby is not like most Nintendo franchises. You see, he was never really able to make it into the third dimension. Poor dude. Yeah, we got Air Ride, but that was a spin-off as a spin-off could be. The traditional games always played it very safe, and that really sucked. No pun intended. For decades, people have wanted to see a true explorative 3D Kirby game, similar to one of the 3D Marios. It just seemed like the obvious next step to take for a great new innovative game, but they never took it! Ambitious projects are pretty scary, I don't blame him. But it looks like the Kirby devs finally overcame their fears. Several decades later. Kirby Anniversaries. Kirby has always had pretty cool anniversary stuff going on. That's the main thing going for it. For real, they gave this guy better birthdays than Mario. Remember when they slapped the fucking SNES ROM Super Mario All-Stars on the Wii disc and called it a day for the 25th anniversary? Christ, man, that's just disrespectful. Kirby's 20th, however, oh boy, we got Kirby's Dream Collection. Absolute banger of a game compilation. Kirby's Dream Land, Kirby's Adventure, Kirby's Dream Land 2, Kirby Superstar, Kirby's Dream Land 3, and Kirby 64 The Crystal Shards. A ton of extra content too. I've always wanted to own this one, but I just never got around to buying it. It's pretty damn quality. Go fuck yourself. Kirby's 25th anniversary gave us the Kirby Superstar plush, which I've been trying to buy for years, but it's so damn hard to find at a reasonable price. Oh my god. A year ago I thought I snagged one, but the seller was all like, oh, my bad. My bad. That was sold years ago. My bad.
It's okay!
On September 23rd, 2021, there was one of those Nintendo Directs. I love this one for the most part, actually. Typically, I come out of them very disappointed, but not this one. Mainly for one reason. The year is 2022. Kirby's debut was in 1992. Oh my god, the 30th is coming. Oh my god, what will they do? Another compilation on the Switch? That'd be pretty nice, but underwhelming. And that'd be hilarious if they somehow decide to whip out a 3D Kirby after 3 decades, but we all know that will never. There ain't no fucking way. I really wish I had my reaction to this recorded. Holy fucking shit. They finally did it. I could not believe it at all. The whole thing felt very surreal, but dude, it was fucking amazing. Obviously, we know now it's Kirby, but initially when the trailer began, we just saw some cinematics of the world. I just assumed it was some Splatoon or some shit. I don't know, dude. Thank God it wasn't, and I continue watching. I don't get you. I believe some people knew it was Kirby because apparently it was leaked shortly before the direct even happened, but thankfully I didn't see any of that, so it was a nice little surprise for me. After the cinematic bullshit, Kirby wakes up on the beach. And here he is, our pink ball boy running around the 3D environment for the first time ever. Shut up. Shut the fuck up. The name of the game, Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Logo's a bit odd in my opinion, but I'll get back to this. Either way, who cares? It's a logo. Let's go back and watch it and analyze it all, shall we? So it starts off, Kirby appears to be exploring an abandoned mall of some sort. Explores some ruins in a little tunnel area, an amusement park or something, and then he rides a warp star to a cool looking open space. Thankfully, we got some cool contrasting environments like a beachy area and whatever this place is. If you know me, you know I find the visuals in games to be one of the most important aspects. The contrasting, pretty visuals is the main reason I love Kirby 64 so much. Other Kirby games, especially the modern ones, fail in this regard, so I'm glad this modern Kirby game seems to actually care about this sort of thing. Kirby inhales a little sword guy. Oh my god, this all looks incredible. It is just great, dude. Look at him roll, look at him go. Wow, a monkey! If I could waste thousands worth of Ethereum on that thing, I would in a heartbeat. The logo again in the rough release date window, spring 2022. Not bad. Certainly not bad at all. Again, this trailer is from late September of last year, so that certainly ain't bad. Now, back to the logo again. Apart from the entire thing looking odd visually, in my opinion, I don't know, it's pretty weird. If you can already tell, there's a new logo for the series entirely. Yes, a new logo for Kirby as a whole. Kirby. It's basically the old one, but not italicized. It's certainly interesting. I see it as a nice little mix between the retro and what was the modern logo. But overall, it seems a bit stiff, for lack of better words, but I might grow to prefer it. It's certainly not bad by any means, but it's probably just that I'm so used to seeing the old one that this just looks bizarre and out of place. But again, let's process what actually happened here. A 3D Kirby game. A true 3D Kirby game. Something people have been asking for decades. People joked about the idea of this because it just seemed like something they'd never invested resources into, and guess what? Guess what? Now it's here. And it's real. If you're someone like me who's followed the series on and off throughout, well, life, you should know what I'm talking about here when I say this is crazy. This is absolutely insane that this is even happening. 5 months later, and I still can't believe they're finally doing this. The art direction. I love the art direction. Look at that damn hat. Kirby games have always been known to look great. Unlike that. But I figured this had to do with them being 2.5D and not really complex. When your game doesn't even need to worry about a whole other dimension, of course you can invest a lot of resources into the graphics department. But this game still looks great. Of course it's, well, a Switch game, so shadows and stuff are bad, but this has nothing to do with the art direction or anything like that. Just hardware limitations they gotta work with, unfortunately. Oh my god, this is it. This is the true 3D Kirby game everyone's been asking for decades. In January, another trailer dropped. Kirby in the Forgotten Land, copy abilities, and co-op. Nintendo Switch. Let's check it out. We got some CGI of our boy in a warp star, and then it fades to actual gameplay. They show off some abilities that'll be in the game, like Bomb and Tornado. I'm glad to see they're working with more complex ones like Tornado rather than just sticking with stuff like Sword and Gutter. And this brings me to Jet. Jet is my favorite ability of all time, and I always wondered how it would feel to use in a 3D environment. I want Jet really bad. Jet was in Planet Robobot, which was pretty dope, but unfortunately, I don't think it's very likely we're gonna see it in this one. Just have that feeling. And then a Waddle Dee comes in. Oh, look at that. Go off. These poor Waddle Dees always getting kidnapped. So cruel. And a Waddle Dee town. This is incredibly blessed. I love it. Reminds me of the little Kirby Cafe thing over in Japan, but that was real. I need to go here one day, dude. Oh my god. But who cares if you don't end up getting Jet? Because look at that. You can go fishing. I hope we get a Kaons Pro Shops. Oh boy. Toys! So, the next part reveals that it's not fully open world. You ride a warp star to get to the different locations. I mean, I was expecting this, of course, but it's not that big of a deal at all. The fact that you can even see where you're flying over is enough for the immersion aspect, in my opinion. Again, the visuals look great. They even seem a little bit better. I feel like they maybe did some minor tweaks since the first trailer back in September, but maybe I'm stupid. The different environments are great. Yep, we take a look at some bosses. I'm quite fond of this tropical wispy woods type thing. Really neat. Meta Knight flies down, clashing at Kirby, revealing that he's in the game logo, and then a sudden cut to the release date. March 25th, 2022. Honestly, I was expecting a release date closer to summer, so this is great. 7 days off my birthday. I can't wait to buy myself a gift. In February, another direct happened, so we got another trailer. Kirby and the Forgotten Land. Mouthful Mode reveal.
Enough of those damn overtones!
Kirby inhales some guys in an entire car. We got Kirby. Here's the inevitable gimmick, I guess, the Mouthful Mode thing. Some more general gameplay. We see some new areas we haven't seen before. Pretty cool.
It's Kirby's latest unforgettable 3D platforming adventure.
According to the narrator, this game takes place in an unusual mix of nature and civilization. Mouthful Mode, car mode, vending mouth, Kirby 64, traffic cone, scissor lift mouth, ring mouth, light bulb mouth, Kirby 64, arch mouth, water balloon mouth, and Waddle Dee Town, huh? Name is very clever. I would have never thought of that.
With Mouthful Mode, new actions will be available for Kirby depending on the object he inhales.
Nintendo, please stop hiring narrators, please. For the love of Waddle Dee's weapon shop. This is pretty neat. Here you can upgrade copy abilities. Why does that rug texture look so good? The shopping area reminds me a lot of the Shiver Star Mall. Funny armadillo, dude. What the fuck is that? Clawreline. We later found out her name is Clawreline. Degenerates on Twitter are gonna have some fun with this. This shot goes so hard. I'm gonna need to request some permission to screenshot that. You can pre-order it now. I might just go do that, but I'm lazy.
Hello? One Kirby, please.
Of course, there's a little website set up for this game, so let's go through that real quick. KirbyandtheForgottenLand.Nintendo.com. Join Kirby on an unforgettable journey. Take control of the powerful pink puffball Kirby and move around in 3 stages as you discover a mysterious world. What journey awaits Kirby? Take a deep breath and get ready for an unforgettable adventure. Discover a mysterious world with abandoned structures from a past civilization. Like a shopping mall? Copy enemies' abilities like Sword and Ice, as well as the new copy abilities, Drill and Ranger, and use them to attack and explore your surroundings. Drill and Ranger. I'm interested. Take a trip to Waddle Dee Town. Take a break from your adventure in the lovely Waddle Dee Town. Play some of the town's folks' favorite games or compare scores online through Wise Waddle Dee. I'm so wise. Team up for twice the fun. Pass a Joy-Con TM controller to a friend to help out in local play as Bandana Waddle Dee. Okay, we know all this stuff. Or I should know, I think.
I'm a fucking brainlet.
The Kirby and the Forgotten Land game is only available for the Nintendo Switch family systems.
Okay.
Oh, and on the 3rd they dropped a demo. So, the demo starts. You get greeted to a simple little title screen with palm trees and the logo. Pretty basic, but more importantly, difficulty options. Yes, difficulty options. I am very, very glad this is a thing. Wild mode and Spring Breeze mode. Nice little Kirby Superstar reference there. We're choosing Wild mode, because I'm not a pussy. A little CGI opening starts, and my god, this is beautiful. It looks great. All vibrant, nice textures, great lighting. Of course, this isn't actual gameplay. The Switch would have a heart attack trying to render this. Kirby jumps into Warp Star, and oh no, the dark, scary clouds. What'll happen? He gets sucked into a black hole or something and ends up on the beach. So that's how those work. This is the same beach from the trailer. I'm not gonna lie, I wasn't aware at first that this was actual gameplay, that's why I was still for a while. Man, this looks nice. A crab! You run into a cave and the visuals instantly change. I love jumping with shit in my mouth. So unfortunately, this game is very clearly 30 FPS, but honestly, it feels fine. As much as I really, really wish it were 60, we can get used to this, I guess. Some tutorial stuff in the bottom right corner. I love the checkerboard stuff, just like the Kirby 64 tutorials. It's so cool. I really hope that was a reference, please. Maybe it was in other games, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm stupid. Small thing, which I'm very happy made it into the game. Sliding. Yes, you can slide. I love sliding in Kirby games. It does feel a little off, though, because instead of holding down to slide, you hold a button. Obviously, in a 3D environment, you can't hold down to slide because then you just walk down. Just another thing to get used to. No big deal, though this is a lot smaller of a deal than the frame rate being 30. That little cinematic area apart from the trailer where the logo pops up, first ability you can get is Sword. Look at this. I love it. You climb a little and the camera goes top down. Now this is a great opportunity for me to mention the obvious. Despite this game being 3D, it's linear. Think of a game like Mario Galaxy, but with a pink ball instead. I don't mind this at all though. The explorative 3D game vibe is still fully here and I love it. I'm sure in the future at some point we'll get a more open 3D type game, but don't get me wrong, this is still a 3D Kirby game. Okay, real quick. I haven't really seen any complaints about this when it was in Star Allies, but these transitions, man, I really don't like them. Sure, they're well designed, they're cool, but in my opinion, they're way too flashy and a bit obnoxious. They throw me off guard every single time, and I almost feel like they tend to cut from the gameplay, for lack of better words. However, they're now nowhere near as prevalent as they were in Star Allies, so thank you. But they're still here, and I don't like them. I'm petty. And now, the first Mouthful Mode ability, Kirby. Kirby, this is fun. I love how the stage then proceeds to have roads and stuff, showing this all wasn't shoehorned in. The levels are designed with all this in mind. Go over a bridge, travel around a bit, and then the first mini-boss. They were pretty smart with these. There's a giant blue ring marking the arena, so you can't just, run off. And after the fight, you free Felin. Next world, Downtown Grassland. They sure didn't save any creativity for the names and stuff in this game, I'll tell you that. Alright, first little open space. This is awesome. Now, a big concern a lot of people have when it came to a Kirby game being 3D is flying. Flying is one of the main mechanics of Kirby. How would that even possibly work in a 3D environment? You can just go wherever you want, right? Well, here's their solution to that. Depending on the height of the platform you're standing on, you can only fly up to a certain height. Go a little higher, your max height increases depending on how much higher you went up. So of course, you can fly a little higher. I'm not gonna lie, this is very awkward, but it's a solution. Something I'm gonna mention. The abilities feel great though. Sword, Cutter, whenever you end up using these copy abilities in a 3D environment, it really reinforces the fact that yes, you are indeed playing a 3D Kirby game. It's wild, but it feels great. Am I making any sense? Fly a warp star, some platforming stuff, and then the next Mouthful Mode ability, Cone B. Cone Mouth. So you can do this little slam downwards, and let me tell you, it's satisfying as fuck. Another mini-boss, larger arena this time. I used Bomb, and look at that. Free to Waddle Dee. I'm a hero. Dome Mouth. My favorite MW3 map. That little cylindrical climbing section from the trailer, cool. And then some really creative uses for the Cone Mouth ability. I love it. Bust open these pipes so the water shoots up, and then bust open the block on the, turtle. Neat. Alright, a multi-moon. D. The Brawl at the Mall. Kirby 64. This is the iconic little pre-boss room they always have in Kirby games where you can get a copy ability, and I don't know why, but this feels so damn cool in the 3D space. God, this shit's so awesome. And then the face of money laundering, strong-armed beast Gorimondo. Right? This arena stuff is so cool. I was using Bomb in this fight. Interesting battle, but let me tell you, this takes way too long. I know Bomb was probably a shitty power to use, but I do think this boss needs to be shortened a bit. But it was still cool. And then a little teaser for the full game. Adorable, that was great. I hope it's good. We all hope it's gonna be good. Though I'm sure there's a few people out there who want the flop for some reason. I heard that gets some people off. But from what we've seen and played though, the game looks pretty damn solid. But of course, we won't know until we actually play the whole thing. But I really do think it's gonna be good. The Kirby game after this one, I don't think it'll be another 3D game. Of course, I'd love more 3D Kirby after this one. Who wouldn't? But I'm 99% sure 2D Kirby is still alive and well. I mean, come on. Those games are so much easier to produce. They just launch up the level editor they made back in 2011 and throw some shit together and generate some weird-ass title. Okay, this is Shiverstar, right? Is it dry now? This is a theory I keep seeing everywhere, and honestly, it does have some merit. But even better, this ties directly back into this. Is legitimately the first time I've ever felt excited for a Kirby game. I've sorta just enjoyed them, but never really looked forward to them. And my favorite games are the older ones. Games that were made when it wasn't even a concept, so it wasn't really too easy for me to get hyped over Kirby Superstar back in '95. I tried to get excited for Star Allies. I bought it on release day, played through levels, put it back because the transitions really annoyed me and I couldn't bear the fucking frame rate.
Don't worry, things should be a lot better now. We have a Z-axis.